So the next topic is like inheritance, and so this is also like a kind of another oops concept in Java. So basically, this inheritance concept basically talk about our reusability. Okay, how our code should be reusable, and we don't want to repeat our existing code. Okay, we should not repeat the existing code, existing implementation. So by using this inheritance, suppose where the code will be like duplicate. So generally the code will be duplicate because of if multiple members are working on the team, or like okay, so there the unfortunately they will write two login screens. So two logins method, which is necessary or not, right? So because of that, uh, so in your scenario there is a login screen, and in my scenario also there is a login screen. If I write my own way of login, and if you are making a duplicate again, same code, same login application, right? So there is no difference in that automation of the login screen. So which means it is a reusability. So those kind of duplicate code. So how do we make them as a reusable? Okay. So so basically the inheritance concept will come from that only, and also so there is a kind of our in a layman way. So we have a like kind of parent-child relationship. Okay, so parent-child relationship. So the reusability comes like this. Suppose your parent has some property, right? Automatically the child will have, right. So even though the acquiring the property from the parent, so it kind of genes or it kind of properties. So it kind of assets, something like. So again, the child no need to create that kind of property, right? Suppose I have one plot, okay. So my kid automatically has this ability or right. So he can, on top of that, he can do anything and something like. So that kind of reusability we have in that inheritance in Java. So how do we achieve this? Right, there is a extend keyword. So the keyword called extends. Okay, so there is a relationship here, parent to child. Okay, so parent to child, sorry, child class. Okay, child class can extend to parent class, something like child to parent relationship. So let's see that what are the things we can carry forward from the parent. Okay, so basically, um, so there is a one class in terms of Java. So we have a class, right? So there is a one class of properties. Acquiring the properties, properties in the sense I told you, right? There can be a method, there can be a variable. So from the others, so a parent class, P class is having some kind of methods. Okay, suppose let me create a one kind of, yeah. So the P class have a some kind of int A, okay, int A and method one. So these two properties we have automatically. The suppose child class. Suppose if I create a child class, then automatically this child class will have this one. Okay. So you no need to write. You no need to declare the value of the a, and you no need to create a method m. So because this child class has a implemented inheritance. How do you implement? By using the extend keyword. Okay, so that's what it is. So basically, here we come to know in terms of inheritance. So there are kind of few keywords. Okay, the keywords are like base class. Okay, base class, parent class, super class. So all three words will come technical words from the either parent class. Okay, basically the super class and the base class. So which are acquired the properties, okay, which are acquired from the properties from other class, right? So those are the derived class. Okay, those are the derived class are child class. Okay, child class, we call it child class are subclasses. Okay, there are three words here. Okay, super, whenever you use super as a parent, then automatically it is a sub. Okay, whenever you use like derived class, right? Whenever you use derived class or base class, so those kind of relationship will be there. So the parent in the sense it will be child class. Okay, so how do we achieve this inheritance in Java? So we can implement by using the extends keyword. So extend the keyword. Whenever you extend the keyword, automatically the parent class attributes, okay, the variables and methods. So automatically it will be logically. So here by physically it will be stay in the here only, but logically these two in the sense like suppose int a, okay, int a and m will be there, automatically will be there, but not in the code level, in the runtime. Runtime in the sense whenever you call them or reuse, so reusability. But logically, so it will be stay here only. Okay, yeah. And what is the benefit if you use this kind of inheritance in Java? So as I told you, right? So the code duplication. Don't repeat yourself or your duplication of code. Okay, improve your code reusability. Okay, you are reusing the code, like M1 code is already there, so just we are calling it, so we are not adding the code again. Okay, so we will not repeat the code again, just will call reuse something kind of thing. Okay, yeah. And yeah, so there is a disadvantage in that, a multiple inheritance, right? Multiple inheritance not allowed in Java. So because the restriction is one class extend one class cannot extend more than one. Okay, so how do we achieve this one? By using a interface. There is another alternative topic is interface. Okay, yeah. So let me write a one program so then we can understand. Okay, basically let me simplify or summarize this topic of encapsulation. So just it is a kind of acquiring the property from the parent to child. Okay, and how do you implement this? By using the extend keyword. Okay, and all of them parent properties and methods are we can use in the child class. So this is what inheritance. Okay, so let me write a one program example, then we can see. Okay, so let's create a parent class first. Okay, let's create a parent class. So let me create a parent test class, and if I declare a variable, okay, so I'm declaring a variable like int amount. Okay, so int amount something like 12,000, and let me create a one method called uh, print amount. Parent class, okay, parent class print amount. Okay, so yeah, so let me create a one more class as a child class. So let me create a child test class. Okay, so now let me create a main method. Just okay. So now if I if I call this particular child class object, okay. So child class object equal to new child class object. Okay, and also this class have some kind of two variables. One is int, okay, int a, for example, int a is equal to, so nothing is declared, but a public test method, test m1 method. So here m1 method will have some own implementation. Okay, so it is a child class method. Okay, so what we can do now, we can call this by child class by using the child class records. Okay, so this is the till now we know that. Okay, so wherever you create a class, within that we can access the variable after creating the object. Right? So this is we know. But how do we implement? How do we get the reusable code from the parent? Okay, so now suppose if I access that one, okay, so the how do we implement this? So this is a child class, right? So as I mentioned child class, so we want to that implementation of inheritance, we used to use the extend keyword. After extending of this extend keyword, we have to specify that from which parent class you acquired the properties. So that's what it is meaning. Okay, extend of, okay, parent class. So this is the way the implementation in the Java inheritance. So so this relationship, this kind of syntax, if we provide this one, okay. So it is a child class, okay. It is a parent class. So this is a extend keyword which refers these two class having a inheritance has been implemented. So what are the parent class level methods and variables? Automatically the child class which is extended of the parent automatically they can reuse. Okay, suppose like let's see that and I will explain the example. Yeah, now we created a child object and after extending this one, so child dot, okay, so now you see parent class method is a print amount. So this you can see print amount and amount method. Okay, so print amount. So where is the print amount? Print method, print amount method. Print amount method is print test class. Okay, okay. And suppose if I go back and if I remove this particular extension, okay, I'm not the child test class is not implementing inheritance, and you can see that. So you can see the compiler error now. Okay, you cannot resolve the method of frame print. Okay, print amount method which is not in that child test class. Okay, so which is not in the test child test class. So where it is in the parent test class. So that's what it is. Suppose you want to um, implement, in the sense you have to write your own code here. So let me so create a method. Okay, so we need to provide the definition of the method, so then only we can have. Okay, suppose if I write this one. So if I write and if I implement, or like the code duplication is done, right? Same method existing here and same method existing in the parent class. Okay, print method is duplicated. So to avoid that, and also I need same logic. Okay, I need the same logic. So suppose here if I say, so I need a same logic. Okay, I want a print method and in the child test, but child test class does not implemented interface. So then inheritance, it is not implemented in inheritance. Then it has to create a own method. So the own method of print amount and same logic is there. So same logic in the sense we are making a duplicate code. So instead of making duplicate code, we can reuse that existing whoever written this one. Suppose in our team, right? So the yeah. So let's come to our real time in terms of automation. So the parent class in the sense the team lead, for example, team lead is created a login screen. Okay, team lead is created a login screen and he did some kind of a framework. So in that he created a login logout function. Okay, login logout function, and he make them these two methods in a some super class or base class or yeah super class. He created a super class, and he told us to create our test scenarios. So what we are going to do, we will create a child classes. So we'll create our own classes. Okay, own class, and what we can make do, we can make a extents of the class name of super class. Okay, so then automatically, so we no need to write this login and logout methods. Okay, you no need to write a login logout methods because it has been taken care by that super class. Whoever created a super class, our team leader or other person. So just we are recall. Okay, just to by using the implementation of a extends keyword of the parent to child to parent, then all these two methods are will be logically there in that, and we can reuse it. So this is what inheritance. Okay. Yeah. So let me go to the PPT. Yeah. So let me explain anything missing here. Okay. So the word, right, extends keyword. So this is what parent and I explain. Yeah, parent to child relationship is there. And coming to this one, right? It is a kind of a direct question. So, like, um, is inheritance will satisfy multiple inheritance? No. Multi-level inheritance will be accessible. So, what does mean is, right? Suppose, um, in terms of, let me go here. Yeah. So, suppose there is a class A, right? Class child and yeah. So there are two classes, right? Parent class and child class. So we cannot extend one more class here. Okay. So we cannot extend one more class here. So that is the feasibility is not there. So which means one child class cannot extend a multiple parent classes. Suppose if I write here, let me insert and write suppose multi browser. Okay, multi browser. Yeah. So this feature is not there. Okay, if I make a and also it's not there. So what does mean here is multiple inheritance is not possible. Multiple inheritance is not possible because it is not supported in that. Okay, so you can see that a class cannot extend more than one class. Okay, a class in the sense child class. It cannot be extended a multiple classes. It can extend only one class. Okay, and the statement of the multi-level inheritance, right? So multi-level inheritance, I will tell you that. Suppose I have a example. Suppose I have a class A. Okay, so class A and class B and class C or class B, whatever. Okay, so multiple classes. So now what we can do is the class D. Okay, class D can extend C. Again, there is a relationship like this is a one way it is possible, and there is a class C can extend. Okay, class C can extend B, and class B can extend A. So this is a multi-level. So the level is from the D to A because internally, so D when D is extended C in the sense automatically, so C is also extended B means B variables or methods will be reused in D. Similarly, like from B is extended to A, right? So B is extended to A. So which means D class can access C level, B level, A level methods because it is a multi-level inheritance. So in inheritance, one class extend only one, not more than one classes. Okay. So this is what that two statement clarity. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you understood. So let me move on to the another topic called polymorphism. Yeah. So this is also very important polymorphism topic. So we used to use kind of logical things. Okay. So yeah. So the coming to the polymorphism, right? The definition point of view we can see, and we can write one example here. Okay. So polymorphism is a sense like by the word tell us is the poly in the sense many forms. Okay, with more than one form. Okay, so what is a more than one form? It is a kind of method. Okay, so there are methods, right? I will tell you the methods and the thing. So suppose, mm, like yeah, so there are two methods, right? So how our methods are, how many way we can declare the methods? Any idea? So method can have same name, method can have parameters, right? So that way we can achieve this one. But basically, there are two forms currently we can achieve by using Java. So that is a method overloading. Okay, method overloading. So by the way, method overloading we can achieve the polymorphism and method overriding. So by the way, we can achieve the polymorphism. So how to do that? So whenever you make that a method overloading. So if you are doing a method overloading, we call it a compile time polymorphism implementation. So when you are doing or when you are implementing a method overriding, so that is nothing but a runtime polymorphism. Okay. So runtime polymorphism. So basically, what is the benefit? So what are the benefit we used to see, right? Method name is same. Okay, and the several times. So the method name is same and different type of parameters, but we can reuse several times. We can reuse several times. Sometimes the definition can be same. Sometimes the definition can be modified. Okay, so let me write a one kind of first I will explain that method of overloading. Method of overloading, right? What happened? Okay, let me clear this one. So now public void, okay, search method or filter the person details. Okay, so the or filter the a product in Amazon, for example, Amazon. Okay, filter the product. So filter the product. Okay, filter the product. So this is a one kind of method. So suppose if you have a product called like electronics or whatever. Okay, so what we can do is, so we can create a method. Okay, method name, and so there would be a kind of variables the method name product string product name. By by using this product name, we can filter the list of the products, right? And so there is a one more way. So product name with range of price. Okay, int range price. So this way also we can filter it, right? So this way also we can filter it. So by these two methods, okay, by these two methods are overloaded methods. So how do you overloaded method? I will explain. Okay, so you see these two methods are overloaded. Okay, method overloading. So how do we say the method overloading? So method overloading is achieved by method name must be same. Okay, filter product. These are the method names. Okay, so these are the method name. Method name is same. Okay, and arguments, right? Method parameters are arguments. Okay, arguments are different. So these arguments are different. So the first method will have only product name. Second method will have a product name with a price range. So by the way, it will be filter out. Okay. So when you as I told you, right, this method overloading, these two methods are overloaded, and the compile time, right? Suppose if I am calling like this method filter product with like phone, for example, okay, or cell, for example, let them phone, yeah, phone. So then by the result of the method is list of the phones will be displayed. So there is another method calling like product data phone and the range. Okay, the range is kind of 50,000 plus. Okay, 50,000. So those kind of filters are will out. Okay, filter out. So here the main what I'm explaining, try to explain, right? When you are pass this, okay, when you are calling this method, okay, so when you are passing this method, compile time only. Okay, compile time in the sense once you write the code and you mention that a phone type and a price. Okay, if you call this method, automatically compiler will identify. Okay, I am going to call this method in compile time. Okay, so that is called compile time polymorphism. So the methods are polyform in the sense, poly in the sense these two are in the same form, but the difference is the products or the arguments. Okay, the methods are in a polyform, duplicate kind of thing, but it's not duplicate; it's a poly. Okay, and method name is same and different type of argument and different number of argument, different number of arguments. Okay, here I want to clear one more thing. Number of parameter, number of parameter. Okay, and order of parameter. Okay, so why I'm intentionally saying this one is, so very carefully here. So the first one is like product, right? It is a string type. Okay, and here is a integer type. So here the first rule, right? Number of parameters. Okay, here the number of parameters are different. Okay, so because here is a product name, and here is a product, so both are same till now. It is same. The difference is only the number of parameters. There is one more extra parameter. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing here. For example, I'll write one more class method. Public and wide, sorry, public wide filter product, and similarly, like here, you see, it is a float, and there is one more flavor we can write order. Okay, so here is a data type is change. Okay, so the number of let me clarify again. Yeah, so here the first method is having only string parameter. So the second method is having string parameter and into another parameter. There are two parameters with the two different type, and here also like two parameter, two different type. Okay, now here is the order is changed. Okay, both are same for these two methods, right? This method and this method is same. Same product name, and same float range, but order is different. Okay, you are passing the first time. The range is the first parameter, and the product name is second parameter. So those also makes a difference here. Okay, so this is what a method overloading. So let me write this example. Public wide search student name. Okay, that's yeah, student search student search student info. Yeah. So now what we can use the first method is only for rule number. Okay, rule number system dot out of println student info by using roll number. Okay, similarly we can change by the duplicating of sorry, polymorphism, right? Different parameters. So here by changing phone number or address, what we can say, yeah, student name. Okay, so there is another method. So if I make another method, now it is a rule number. Usually it is a rule number and string address. Okay, so this way, or we can make a Aadhaar number. Okay, so by the way, we can achieve this one. So now it only right the rule. Don't forget about these rules, please. So method overloading in the sense same method name. So these are the polyform. So method name is similar and the different kind of arguments, so which achieve the same functionality. So basically the same functionality in the sense we are performing a student, fetching the student information, searching the student information. Okay, and also the method overloading mostly will happen within the class only, within a single class. Okay, because why I'm specifically telling you overriding, which will be in the parent root child. So which means um, like inheritance concept within that. Okay, so I think I hope clear about the method overloading. Yeah, let's move on to the method overriding. Right. So method overriding basically, um, as I told you, right. So let's coming back to the inheritance concept. So in inheritance, we have like a parent class. Okay, parent class and child class relationship. Right? Parent class. So parent have some kind of one login functionality, so which I wrote my manager. Okay, and it is applicable for logging the functionality. Okay, so logging the functionality. So and this functionality will work for only admin user. Okay, this functionality works for admin user. So because there are some changes, okay, because there are some changes happen in the later point of time. So the way admin is logging is different, and the way the supervisor, suppose supervisor or support members, okay. So the login way is different. So that time when you are implementing the new kind of concept of login with a different kind of user and a different kind of implementation, but even if at all, we used to use login scheme in our workflow. Okay, so this is not a deprecated, so it is useful in our test script, and also there is some kind of enhancement has been done. So sometime we used to use this one, sometime we used to use this one. So which means we cannot at all use the same one. So that time, so for this new class is enhanced with the new functionality, and also this child class is required to use admin same logic and also some kind of new logic. So such kind of scenarios, we said like we used to do that method overriding. So what is a method overriding is? So method overriding is a kind of same method name. Okay, method name is same. Okay, method name is same, and same number of arguments, same parameters, totally same. Okay, totally same. There is a one more difference is return types is there. Return type must be same. Okay, return type must be same, and there is a kind of sub to there is a one keyword, but I'm not confuse you. So there is a parent to child object relationship. So okay, let I will discuss later that one. Yeah, better. So to better remember, so method names are same and parameters are same, but inside that and the return type also same, but there is a some kind of some enhancement is there. But here the logic is different. The logic, the implementation of logic is different. Okay, so let's create that one and I will see. Let me theoretically if you say anything. Yeah. So I think say, I think here. Yeah. So yeah, method overriding, right? Method overriding. So method name must be same, and that parent class, okay, parent to child user relationship is there. So in the method overriding, we have like inheritance concept. Method overriding is not nothing like just it is a within the same class by changing the number of arguments and data types. Okay, so that's what it is. Let me we'll reuse this existing functionality like a parent test and child test. Okay, child test and how it is implemented in a polymorphism. Okay, so now I'm writing a one more method here, just login functionality only. So the method is called login functionality, and you can see I'll write the sysout only. So and here is the parent test class login login details. Okay, and similarly, same method we are going to implement in that child class. And there, in that code, right, code level, it is a child, okay, child test class of login details. So this is what a override. So here login screen is override from the child level. So it is already there in the parent class. So the parent way of login logic is there. Okay, I told you right. The admin, how the admin is derived. So that logic is implemented in the parent level. Okay, but even if at all a child class also implemented their own way. Okay, so now let's see that I want both. How do I use? And suppose if I create a child class object. So now right now we have created a child class object and child class dot okay child class dot login. Now which login will be executed. Okay, obviously right now we can see both two, right? So one is a parent login is there, child login is there. So because here uh, basically when you what type of object you created that is decided. Okay, so that will be decided. As we know, it is a child class object. So please remember here it is a very critical point. So whatever you understood, it is a very simple, but here is a main polymorphism is going to implement it in the runtime. Okay, please carefully. So we created a child class object. Okay, and we are calling that child class methods. Okay, we used to call. So generally, it is a once you create a child object or object class object, so you can call all the methods, right? But here we have enhanced that it is a extended. Okay, so the test class or a class object class. So a class is a child class, and we can create an object, and we can call all the methods. But here the logic is extended. It extended to parent. So that way, in the sense, when you extend, automatically the how many parent class methods. Okay, how many parent class methods currently we have? I think two: display and login. So those login functionality also will come. But which one is execute? Okay, so let me clear this one. Um, yeah. So when you let me copy this one. So here I'll put it. Okay. So now you see, logically. So when you extend this one, this kind of behavior in the logically. So what does means there is a two methods which has to be decided when, which need to be executed when. So that is the main intention for runtime validation. Okay, the runtime will take care about that. So when you create a child object, basically, okay, we can create a child object, child class object. So obviously the child class method will be executed. Okay, so child class method will be executed, right? So this is we know that the rule of that. Okay, so the second way, let me run and we'll explain. Yeah, so you can see child class login detail method is executed. Okay, so there is another way of writing. Okay. So now if I create a parent, okay, now if I create a parent class object. So parent class